welcome back to Lottie. So today's video I am doing a quick catch up and letting you guys know a little bit about my endo and where I'm at and how I handle my endo over Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and change notifications to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. So real quick before we jump in, I have done a video on this look. It was my vlog for the 9th of December, so I'll link it above for you. I am actually pre-filming today's video on the 9th, purely because the day that you'll be watching this, I'll be spending my day at the hospital with doctor appointments for my endometriosis. So let's jump in. So if you don't know, I have stage 4 endometriosis and my endo has taken over my body basically. So I work with a team of doctors at the hospital through Pelvic Pain Clinic, and with all the doctors together we are trying to tackle my endo from each direction so that combined it's actually helping me rather than trying to tackle one thing and not really seeing a difference because you're not tackling everything else. So I do see, I think there's like 5 or 6 doctors in total that I see like together, and they come up with plans for me. So basically this year was meant to be like my year of really focusing on my endo. Unfortunately, with 2020 going the way it has, I haven't really been able to do that because the hospital did stop, like they stopped all my appointments between March, I think it was about 2 months ago was when I was able to go back to my very first appointment. Everything else was just via phone, so they did like check-ins and I had appointments that way, but I didn't have any in-person appointments or anything, and it wasn't continuous like I'm used to. So to tackle it, they do prefer to see me every 6 to 8 weeks, so we make sure that we just keep working on it. So yeah, unfortunately with everything going on that didn't happen, but I got a new physio 2 months ago because my last one left. She was beautiful, absolutely loved her, there was nothing wrong with her at all. But with my new one, now I'm having to start sort of all over again. So my last appointment, she was sort of just gauging where I'm at and sort of like who I am and, you know, getting to know me a little bit so that we can work out a game plan. So my game plan with her is to see her every 6 to 8 weeks. And we're gonna try and spend like the next 12 months or so really working on everything to try and reduce my pain levels. So one of the things that my old physiotherapist did speak to me about was the fact that when you're in pain you clench your pelvic floor muscles, like you like squeeze them or clench them. And so I'm doing, because I'm in pain 24/7, I am most likely doing that 24/7. So that is causing me more pain because I'm doing that when I shouldn't be. So my biggest struggle right now is learning to let go of my pelvic floor muscles to really help and reduce my pain levels, because that's just creating unneeded pain. Like I already go through enough without having to do that on top of it. So we're hoping over the next 12 months I can learn to unclench them and, you know, like release them, and hopefully that will help my pain levels as well. I haven't been able to see my main doctor yet at the hospital, so hopefully that'll be in the next few months. But I do want to talk to them about my medication that I'm on. I do have some clips that I'm going to add in. I don't know if I'm adding them in here. Hopefully I have. But they're quite raw and real. and they're how bad like my hot flushes are. So trigger warning, if you don't want to see hot flushes and sort of see how bad it gets and everything, then don't watch them. Hey guys, so I'm just jumping in. I'm hoping to add this in a future video. Today is the 15th of October, and I just wanted to show you guys what my hot flushes look like. So right now I'm having an intense hot flush. I was just trying on some clothes for another video, and I sat down to have a drink because I started feeling a bit hot, and then all of a sudden I was just hit with a hot flush. So I'd stopped moving and everything, and this is what it looks like. So if I didn't have makeup on, I would be red as red can be. You can probably see the difference in my ears as well. One of my things is I can have hot flushes on like just like one side of my face, which is real strange. But right now, this ear is perfectly fine, like cold, no issues. This ear is hot. So very strange, but I'm having, like, it's all over my head at the moment. But this is a bit up close and personal, so I apologize. This is what my hot flushes consist of. You can see all of that sweat there, and it basically feels like I would be bright red if I wasn't wearing makeup. And I can't touch my makeup when it goes like this, because otherwise I will take my makeup off. So I pretty much just have to sit in front of a fan. So I've got a fan here, that's why my hair's moving and stuff. And I basically just have to sit there. It's really hard to concentrate whilst I'm having a hot flush as well. From what I can describe right now, is it basically feels like my head wants to explode. It's so hot. And like the bottom half of my body, like there's no issues, like I'm all good there. But like from my chest up, like I'm boiling. And if it gets too intense and I can't cool down quick enough, then yeah, it gives me like a thumping headache, and I start having like a panic attack. Like I'm like, I can't cool down, like my head's gonna explode. I've got this feeling like I just can't, I literally can't do anything. So this isn't like as bad as it can get, but this is a pretty intense hot flush right now that I'm having. Hi everyone, so this is for my endo video that I'm doing. Just super quick, this is a hot flush without makeup. So you can see how red I am, and you can also see like my chest is red and my face is red, but like my neck isn't. Actually part of my ears aren't either. My hot flushes are super random. I can have them just on like one side of my face, but this is why I like to wear makeup when I go out, because if I have a hot flush like this, you can clearly tell, like I look like a tomato right now. But I want to be more open and real and raw with you guys and show you exactly what I deal with on a daily basis. So yeah, this is a hot flush. You can see like even my lips aren't like red. It's like really random, and like even like there's a spot like there that's not super red. So anybody that knows me in real life knows that I walk around with one of these on pretty much 24/7. So it is a little neck fan. I got this off eBay. If it's still there, I will list it down below. I actually have multiple of these. I need to buy some more because this one has broken a tiny bit because I dropped it. But I always have like 3 with me at any one time, because they don't last like all day if I have it on. I hope you can hear me over this because this one's really noisy because it is broken a tiny bit. So yeah, I walk around with this on my face, and I can change, it's got buttons back here, I can change the intensity to whatever I want, and then I can also totally go clubbing with it. Can have lights on. Not that I would actually do that. So basically, yeah, I walk around with this on all the time. If you saw my house, I have a fan in every single room. In my office I've got multiple, and actually in our bedroom we've got one on either side of the bed as well, just because yeah, I can't control my hot flushes from my endo. So my hot flushes aren't caused by my endometriosis. It's actually caused by the medications that I'm on to try and reduce the growth and stop me from having so many bad symptoms. So I'm in a chemically induced menopause, so it is from those meds, and unfortunately I suffer really badly with it. Not everybody does, and some people do for the first few months and then they will stop having them. Unfortunately for me, I kind of feel like as though they just keep getting worse and worse and worse. But I have tried coming off of my meds, and I would rather deal with hot flushes, unfortunately, and the weight gain rather than deal with my everyday bad endo. So the medication is working for me in the fact that I am not in a constant flare. I have pain every day, yes, but I don't need to medicate myself every day anymore. If I come off my meds, then I will need to medicate myself every day for my pain and nausea. So I feel like as though like having a fan and weight gain and losing hair and blood noses and things like that, yes, it's horrible, but I had to weigh up which one was worse, and for me my pain was way worse than the menopausal side effects. So that's why I chose to go back on the meds. I have actually tried to come off them 3 times now, because I really do hate the side effects from them. I really do, especially the hot flushes. I'm almost as red as my shirt. So yeah, I have tried to come off them multiple times, and yeah, it's just ain't gonna work for me, unfortunately. So I am just trying to deal with it, and I'm hoping like this will help other women as well, or girls that are dealing with the same or similar things, and I hope that it will show people who don't have endometriosis a little bit into like our life. But yeah, hopefully I've just added them in now. So yeah, it gets a bit scary when I have hot flushes that bad, and very embarrassing for me. And right now it is summer. Yesterday was 40 degrees, today is 36, tomorrow is meant to be 36 degrees, and trying to deal with hot flushes on top of the heat is terrible. So I do want to speak to my doctor about my medication and see what I can do, if anything can help me with it. I don't want to come off my medication because it is helping me have a life. That's the best way I can put it. Without the medication, I basically live in hospital. And with the medication, I can live my life probably 70%, I'm saying now, along with diet as well. Like if I eat the good foods, then I'm good. But I still have pain every single day. I just have less flare-ups and stuff. Basically, with my endo and Christmas, I get very anxious over Christmas time because of my endo, like getting invited to functions and things like that makes me super anxious. A few years ago you wouldn't have caught me going to anything. I would just stay home, but I'm trying to be better about that now. But you'll still notice that unless I'm comfortable where I'm at, if I'm going somewhere, I will probably not eat because food makes my endo worse. So yeah, I tend to not eat unless I'm comfortable. If I'm comfortable, then that's fine because they know about my endo. They know that I may take off. I might even be in the toilet for hours on end whenever I'm feeling unwell. Like, you know, like I'll just go into the toilet or the shower and I can spend like hours in there just not feeling well. So I tend to get very anxious, and that's where my anxiety sort of comes in as well because of that. But that's like my endo-induced anxiety. I do try nowadays, I do try and keep to foods that aren't going to flare me up, but it's not always possible. So last year and this year actually we've planned really low-key Christmases, which is really good for me because there's not that pressure of having to feel 100%. And like if I am eating something and it makes me feel unwell, then that's okay. Last year it was here at our house, so that was perfect, and it was just like my grandparents and my husband's mum. This year we're heading to family and then going over to our friends. So we're going to be spending a few days away from home over the Christmas period, and both I think I'm going to be fine because one, I'll be staying with family who all know what's going on, and then the others is our friends who also know what's going on, so don't have to feel so anxious. But I still do, because like obviously I don't want to be sick in front of anyone. And even to this day, like even now, like I keep a lot of it from my husband, let alone my family and friends. So yeah, I just try and keep to decent diet. I thought I'd just share with you guys that Christmas is, whilst I seem like as though everything's fine and you know, like I like celebrating Christmas and everything, it does bring massive anxiety because of my endo. So I really have to make sure that I manage it properly and stay on top of it. When I start getting unwell, make sure that I take my medications. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm so sorry that it was a raw subject, but I mean, this is my life, and I do like to talk about my endo because there's so many other women out there dealing with it. And only a few short years ago I felt so alone and like no one understood me, and very depressed because of it. So if I can make any other woman feel a little bit better, then I'm going to, because you know, it's a disease that's not curable, but it affects so many women. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and change notifications to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.